Stand and rise on the pledge of allegiance. Hello, welcome, good evening. I don't think so. I have a big mouth, it's okay. Welcome, everyone, good evening. Hope everyone's feeling well, and we're going to try to move along as quickly as possible, but we do have some business to attend to. So we're going to Thomas Jefferson. So our inspirational message tonight, I'm a great believer in luck, and I find the harder I work, the more I have of it. Just in time for St. Patrick's Day, so that's very nice, Dr. Siniak. All right, if you want, I'll turn it over to you for the bulletin board recognition.
Yes, we'd like to thank Ms. Sforza's third grade class at Camp Avenue. Take a look at the bulletin board before you leave, and we thank her and her class for putting such time and effort into creating it, so thank you.
Okay, I'm going to ask to approve A, B, and C. Approval of the February 11th, 2020 minutes, our warrants, budget transfers, wire transfers, and our treasurer's report. Have a motion? Second. Any opposed? Motion carries. Wait, no, sorry. All right, all in favor? It's been a long day. Motion carries. Thank you. And I'm going to turn it over to the lovely Dr. City.
Thank you. Good evening. Welcome to our March Board of Education meeting. I have to be honest with you, I'm a little shocked by how many people are here. I'm happy to see that you're continuing with your daily activities, so thank you for that. A couple of highlights. All of our schools completed their science fair over the last month and a half. It's always wonderful to listen to the students explain and describe their projects. We thank parents and teachers for supporting our students in these efforts, and wonderful opportunities for all. Our enrichment for all, we had another wonderful 3 days here in the district, one at each school. As Mrs. Friedman stated, we're going to actually combine them to have North Merrick enrichment for all days next year, where all 3 schools are engaging in the activities at the same time. We received many emails from parents where students actually took their projects home and continued working on them, completing them. One student had a board game that he created, and I think he tortured his family for 2 straight nights of playing that board game that he created. So a lot of good things came out of it, and we appreciate the family support in that as well. A big shout out to some of our teachers who applied for a Jovia Classroom grant. We have Ms. Tricia Black, Ms. Deb Walsh, Ms. Joanne Constantino, Ms. Christina Moser, and Ms. Jessica Marciano were all winners of the Jovia grant. So big round of applause. They submitted projects that they would like to do with their classes, and they are the winners. You should have received a letter home today from your principals canceling the few trips that we have scheduled over the next couple of weeks. Really, it came down to why push our luck. I cannot speak to how outside places disinfect, and to send our children to the Children's Museum with a lot of hands-on activities, as well as the Cradle of Aviation, made me a little nervous, as well as my staff. We're looking to reschedule those for May and June, so more to come on that. Some virus updates, coronavirus. I have been sending letters home each Friday, and that is with any update. Today is not a Friday, but I felt that there was an update needed to be sent out because there's a lot of information going on being spread out there. It's not all accurate, and this is a very fluid situation that changes minute by minute. But if you do have any questions or concerns, feel free to contact me, any of the people sitting here in central office, or your building principal, and we will get back to you. Our parent-teacher conferences will be held this Thursday. There will be a change, and that will be shared tomorrow via ConnectEd. And it was decided that, and many surrounding districts are doing this, including Merrick, Again, we do not want to push our luck. We'd like to limit more adults being in our buildings. We're going to make them phone conferences for Thursday. At this point, you'll get more information about that tomorrow. You'll keep your appointment time, but it'll be via the telephone. If you would like then an in-person meeting after we are out of this crisis situation, you can contact your teacher for that. Merrick did support that this week and put it out. Another neighboring district, Uniondale, they also have them on Thursday. They just went to phone conferences only. So more to come on that tomorrow. What else do we have? We are happy to report that we have hand sanitizers in our hallways now. Thank you, Mr. Carter. He got right on top of that. You will see them walking around the buildings. We are promoting children and adults to use those hand sanitizers. And it's one of those things, if you visually see it, you tend to go and use it. And we noticed that with the children. Another happy announcement, we have been approved for our Smart Schools bond money. Thank you, Mr. McDade. Thank you, Mrs. Friedman. We've all worked very, very hard on that. And what we will be doing is improving our infrastructure as well as getting more smart boards for the district. So a lot more to come on that, but we've been waiting quite a while for that approval. Another approval, it was brought to our attention, we do walkthroughs with the Board of Education at the beginning of the school year. One of the items that was brought to our attention, and Mr. Carter is going to talk a little bit more about this in his report, was the lighting and the ceilings at Old Mill Road. I'm happy to report that after much time and effort in putting in an application for grant funding through McKevitt's office, we were awarded another $100,000 by his office to improve the lighting and the ceilings at Old Mill Road. It was truly a team effort. Board of Education, thank you, and Central Office, and Mr. Carter can expand a little bit more on that when he speaks. So thank you very much for coming, and more to come next month.
Thank you. And I just want to take a moment just to thank Dr. Siniak and the staff and the janitorial staff. First of all, just, they've been in meetings with the county, and we've been on the phone every day, a few times a day, just dealing with the COVID situation. It's something that you want to get the information out to the parents, and as things come, getting more information, and other schools around us get information, she is sending everything out to the parents. So I just want to thank you, and also the janitorial staff for, I've been here, disinfecting all the buildings, keeping the buildings in great shape, and just watching out for the kids and the staff. So thank you. And we'll move on to public comments. Guidelines, nothing's changed. Any person wishing to make comments or raise questions shall fill out a comment card. After you are called, please come forward to the microphone and state your full name. All comments or questions shall be directed to the board president or superintendent of schools. The board or administration will do their best to immediately respond to any questions. Out of courtesy and fairness to the rest of the audience, each person will limit his or her remarks no more than 3 minutes, not to exceed a 30-minute session. Public discussion with respect to confidential matters or prohibited. So, Ms. Keene?
I'm just wondering, I know everyone's doing a great job cleaning and stuff. Are we using Clorox, or are we using the naturally accepted school supply?
I'm going to have Mr. Carter expand, but they're not naturally accepted. It's New York State Education Department.
Yeah, SEB, everybody confuses the green cleaning requirements with disinfectants. There's no such thing as a green disinfectant. We're using a hospital grade disinfectant when we do. And then we're using standard cleaning supplies when we sanitize, because we just don't want to disinfect all the time. We want to get the dirt up too. So it's a hospital grade disinfectant.
Thank you, Mr. Carter.
Step off. Come on down.
Hi. Good night, and guess what today is? Today is a DRO. You might not know this, but it's Purim. And those of us who are Jewish, we want to be with our families. While I understand that maybe the Board of Ed meeting, which is after sundown, 8 o'clock, might keep going, I don't appreciate that you held the public budget committee before sundown. which you force those of us in Jewish faith to choose. Do we want to spend the night with our family in our religion, or are we going to come here and be a part of this discussion? So while I know you didn't want that to come across to us, it can't help but be received that way. And which left me in a choice where, my child had to go to an activity earlier without my husband, because I had to wait for my husband to come home to be with them so that I could come here, so that I could be everywhere to advocate for my kids in every way I can. But I would appreciate it, moving forward, you look at the calendar. I do appreciate that last night, which was also DRO, that you canceled Parent University. I do appreciate that. But moving forward, to have an event before sundown, when it is still time for us to observe this event, in an occurrence where you want the community to come forward and be a part of this discussion, you shouldn't hold it on the DRO. I know, I understand 8 o'clock meeting, it's the 6:30 one that I object to. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Other comments? Come on down, Zelda.
Hi, I just had a follow-up question about the contingency planning for COVID. So as far, I know we'll get updates, but, I mean, are we, if we had to, are we making arrangements for like classes at home? We just have Google Classroom, but like patchy throughout the district, depending on the teacher, some use it, some don't. So obviously we have to get our 180 days in, so I'm just curious if it had to come to that, obviously everybody must be discussing it. What is the contingency plan potentially at this point?
I'm going to defer to Dr. Siniak.
So let me address the first part. So we will open lines of communication through the teacher pages, and that was explained, I believe, in last week's mailing home. And how we're operating with those, there's a template that has various categories so that they all look similar. Tomorrow, Mrs. Friedman and I actually have a meeting at 9 o'clock with the principals to discuss grade level planning so that those assignments and that work will look very similar across the grade level in each of the buildings. And that is in collaboration with the union president, who I did meet with today to discuss that. So when you talk about work, we are moving in that direction. Not all of our teachers are, maybe are not experts in Google Classroom at this time, but that does not mean that one teacher may choose to use that platform after communicating with parents via the teacher page. But the work and the assignments will again be very similar, if not the same, across the grade level. When you speak to the 180 days, the governor has made a statement such as if we are in a situation such as Hurricane Sandy, where we are missing many days of school, there may be a relaxed interpretation of the minimum number of days required. We are fortunate enough not to have used any snow days as of yet, so that will be the first plan of action, and then we will see where it goes from there. As we said, this is a day-to-day operation because we don't know how long it will last and how deep it will go. So I hope I addressed a lot of your concerns.
Yeah, now I know there's a lot of stuff up in the air, I just wasn't sure if remote days count, like if
Yeah.
we're just sending work.
And that's
does
very
that count,
tricky.
Or are we gonna be having like Skype classes, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
like I don't know.
We're not there yet, to be honest with you, and that would actually require some legal action and some agreements because it would go beyond the regular learning environments, and that's what districts are dealing with at this time, to be perfectly honest with you as well.
And I'm just, I'm used to that, all right. All the school districts in Nassau are communicating, all the superintendents with the county, they're having meetings, and they're kind of all in the same boat. So, we are hour by hour, it's not even day by day, we're talking, and you're talking to people, I mean, I think I spoke to you yesterday 6 times, so, we're doing the best we can, and now that the governor did declare a state of emergency, that's going to
That's very
relax
helpful.
some of the requirements too. So, all right, any other first session public comments? All right, we're going to move on to board business. I'm going to ask for a block vote for A through D. D, I would just like to acknowledge A, and thank the OMR PTA for the $1,500 donation for this site-based club for school year. So if I have a motion to approve 5A through 5D.
Second.
All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. And then E. So E is just an FYI.
Really, Joanne usually speaks
Joanne,
about
go
that.
for it.
Well,
Letter E. We don't need
you
to
have,
vote on it.
you have the opportunity to nominate someone if you would like to.
And this is just, I don't know if you have the agenda, it's E on the agenda for NASA OC board.
But if you don't want to nominate, you don't want to nominate, you don't have to.
All right, so I think we're just gonna move on. For now, we're gonna just, right now, at this time, with no actions to be taken.
Thank you.
Okay. And an approval for 6A, personal actions report is detailed in the mailing. Motion? Motion. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Zero. Motion carries. And our policies, Joanne, 7A and 7B are by the door,
They're available.
and just informational only.
Today we take action
Oh, I'm sorry.
on both of them.
Oh,
It's the second and final reading.
I'm sorry. Yes,
They
it
would,
is.
they
Yes.
would stay report, they would stay.
These are the state mandated, right? Yep, sorry. So I'll vote for 7A and 7B, 5131.7 and 5141.2. Motion? Motion. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Thanks, Joanne. Good catch. Sorry. Special services, motion to approve, the Board of Ed approves 30 IEPs, which were developed by the North American Committee on Special Education as detailed in the mailing. Motion? Second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. And then we're going to move on to the report of the committee. So, a high school report?
Ed, you want me to start? Okay, so, you know, our students at the high school level, obviously, they do so many things. One thing I found fascinating, there was a young student at Bethlehem who, in a writing class in an essay, started with the mandate for gifted education, went all the way up to the state assembly, and it's being written into New York state law. So we have students that are doing amazing things. At Calhoun, their Senior Fashion Week benefits, the Ray Pfeiffer Foundation, which covers any bills that the 9/11 fund doesn't for families. They go on DECA trips, and at Kennedy, you know, they're trying to fundraise for the Special Olympics. It's really amazing. One thing the high school is doing, they are, if in case of an emergency of school closure, they're contacting everyone on school Infinite Campus, and then it would go out to the individual teachers, and just as a thing, the New York City Department of Education just canceled all parent-teacher conferences as well, all virtual conferences now because they're so quick.
I don't know if everyone heard that.
Oh, I'm sorry, the New York City Department of Education just canceled all parent-teacher conferences as well. So they're all virtual now because it's so close to this virus. And the DOE doesn't cancel anything. And I can't, anything else, Ed, from high school? Oh, the hackathon. Okay, so they had a hackathon where the students were hacking into various, you know, not companies and governments and things like that. We had just started an electric program at Brookside, which is it's an apprenticeship program. So the kids who leave that, it's like a BOCES program, and now when they leave it, they have the hours, and they did all of the wiring for it, which was amazing because you're talking like massive computers for these kids to be hacking with. So, you know, that program is really teaching these kids a tremendous amount on that side. Yes, they're learning how to hack.
They're learning how to have it. I wanted to be clear on that.
Yes.
But
I
aside
just wanted to add, this is the first year that Bethel Merrick Central High School District is not in charge of the field at Crucial Avenue. And so we no longer are renting out space or organizations, but we should say that Central High School actually did give more field time to KL and our district schools than ever before. So help out to make sure that that's not the issue. Since we did use that under our communication. But events will still happen at Crucial Avenue. So our post is still give that field out to groups in that neighborhood. I think that's it.
PTA council.
So, my new schedule, Lloyd, was kind of keeping me from attending these last couple of meetings. I have one more, I think I'll even make that. I'll definitely be there for the May and the June one, so I'm going to just read off my notes here. You right there. Okay, so first of all these wonderful things the PTA is doing and all these events, obviously, at any given moment could be different depending on the situation that's out there right now with coronavirus. But still, things are still being planned and still taking place. So at Fayette, they had a science fair, big success, grades 3 through 6. Jurassic World Live is coming up this Friday, I believe, 3/13. Over 100 tickets were sold. There's adults 80 night, March 28th, at the Loft in Belmont, $50 per person. The school supply sale begins on March 30th, and I guess the next meeting is March 24th at 7 o'clock. Camp Avenue, grades 2 and 3 participated in a sports night on March 6th. K-1 enjoyed their sports night on February 28th. Chess Club is ongoing, 1 through 6. First time event, 3rd grade Sweetheart Dance will be held March 20th. And Camp Avenue's next meeting is March 18th at 7:30. Old Mill Road, they had Get Lost, or actually, Get Lost in a Book kicked off on March 6th. With Camp Out Day, students wore pajamas and brought a book and flashlight to read. They had this wrap up in a good book when they bring in a wrap book and swap it on March 11th. March 12th is Electronic Blackout Day. Read at home. It's also the day that schools are closed for parent-teacher conferences. Parents' Palette Art Night is March 20th with a book exchange for parents, Park-Home Connection. Bingo for Books is March 13th. And fundraiser, including Amazon Smile, which I did just recently do. So I don't know if you get that little note that Ed Corona helped out. It's actually very easy to do. You go to Amazon, you just remember, like, oh yeah, let me go to Amazon Smile. It's really easy to
You can
get
start
right
collecting
there.
box tops too.
I don't collect boxes.
Yeah, I
It's
think
very
you
easy
should.
to do. So if you go to Amazon, you remember, just, oh, let me go to Amazon Smile and help these guys out. We also have Stop and Shop and Pura Vida bracelets. Old Mill Road's next meeting is April 2nd at 7:30. SEPTA, okay, so April is Autism Awareness Month, and the next Autism Day is April 2nd, so be sure to wear blue. I think blue is the color for the entire month for autism awareness. They had a great February meeting. There was a nice turnout. Everyone was very interested in the topic. Family Fun Night is March 26th, 6 to 9. Anyone can go to that. They also have a Disney gift card fundraiser still going on, and they'll be sold until Family Fun Night, where they will be drawing the winner. And their next meeting is March 26th for Family Fun Night. A bunch of upcoming important events. March 10th, that's an important meeting. March 20th, International Day of Happiness, a very important day. And the next day is our mental health workshop, Saturday morning at Old Mill Road. March 25th, March 27th, ELA testing, and of course, April 3rd and 4th is Shrek Jr. Brookside. That's it.
All right, thank you. Our buildings and grounds reports.
So I just wanted to touch real quickly on, the normal things that we do day in and day out at the school district. The heating valve replacements, the ventilation repairs for indoor air quality, painting classrooms, the spring cleaning that we're doing. But really, the 800-pound gorilla in the room is the COVID issue. So I think I'll address that. We could use bleach. A lot of people are, use bleach, why don't you use bleach? I mean, if bleach was the best thing to use, hospitals would use it all the time. I'd rather use what is designed by scientists to address the issues without leaving any long-term odors, residues, even people staining their clothes with bleach. It's absolutely acceptable to use according to the Department of Health, but we're going with the appropriate chemicals for that. We did a district-wide cleaning, top to bottom, every classroom, every desk, every lunchroom, everything you could do, we were everywhere on Saturday. The guys really they worked nonstop, they were like machines. We are constantly disinfecting throughout the day, or sanitizing. I don't want to just say we're constantly disinfecting. We are also sanitizing.
When are you doing it again? The cleaning? When are you doing it again?
All the time.
Saturday again? I mean, going crazy.
So the thing is, we're not preventing COVID from coming into our buildings. What we are doing is we're constantly cleaning throughout the day. So heaven forbid someone did come in the building who had been exposed but isn't showing symptoms. Maybe we're cutting off the trail that they leave behind them by cleaning that faucet, 20 minutes after they used it, or wiping down that cafeteria, a period after they've been there. Really, there's no way to prevent it from coming in your buildings. It's on a person. Nobody has a sign on their face that says, hey, look at me, I got COVID. So we're all really in a kind of standby mode until something happens. And Dr. Seniak all day on the phone with her peers, the Department of Health, BOCES. I'm on the phone with BOCES and my counterparts. Mrs. Friedman's on the phone with her counterparts because how are we going to do school when the need arises? So we've all been scrambling, and this big guy right here, it all goes back to him. Everything we do has a cost associated to it. So it's been a lot of work, but I think admin as a whole, even the principals, they have to deal with the parents, their teaching staff, things like what we were just talking about. I mean, it's just never, the parent-teacher going to telephone conferences, they're going to have to figure this out on the fly, and it's a lot of
And that
work.
was a surprise to them, so we'll talk more about that tomorrow. Surprise!
Surprise. It was a surprise for me too, so. And that's how it's going. So, and through hard work and diligence, I think we're in a good place. We're in as good a place as we can be, considering the circumstances. I did want to touch on the grant. I'm so psyched about this grant. I mean, $100,000 of, essentially free money from the state is awesome. Dr. Seniak planted the seed, and once it germinated, we ran with it, and this is going to be a really cool. And thanks to the board and Mr. Lentini for saying, man, these ceilings, they're awful. We all kind of knew it, but he stated the obvious, and here we go. So I love this kind of stuff. Open funding, it's $100,000 of found money. It's really cool. We also have a couple other grants in the hopper. We're going to try to do the window balances at camp, and then we have a technology security upgrade that's in the workings. With
That
Brooks,
we awarded it, now we're just waiting to get the money.
Yes. They're in various states of completeness. So, I just wanted to put it out there that everybody's been really cooperative, really diligent, and the community's been real supportive as well. I think they see the cleaning that's going on. Guys are on it all day, wiping doorknobs, wiping light switches, going back into the bathrooms after every period. It's a lot of work, and the buildings and grounds team as well as admin has really stepped up to the plate. So kudos to those guys.
Great work, thank you.
Mr. Carter, thank you for referring to it as COVID-19.
Quite well.
He's a little tired of the coronavirus.
Not on my watch. Not happening.
All right, let's see, any correspondence to the board of it? Nothing. And, under unfinished business, dates for the town hall, we were talking about this, last time.
I have the attachment, we just opened it up. I don't know if you had a chance to review it over the weekend. If not, I have it.
Or you want to just,
I have it right here.
Those dates are in the
State
fall,
dates.
correct?
Yes.
Okay.
We have a lot of options in the month of October and November. I don't know if you want to throw a couple of dates out there, and then I can see if I can secure it. We have, their calendar is empty at this point. So are there any?
I'm going to, I think that's for board discussions, I'm going to open it up for the board discussion. after the board has an election in May.
It's after July, so I think we possibly might have a new board.
So we're looking now for fall.
I think we wait until we have.
So we're gonna wait.
At least
Can
until
we
the
wait that long? I
summer.
mean,
We're gonna have to, what if we have too many people? Or do we just, we're forcing, or do we put a date on the calendar?
Yeah, then they go to come to it.
Again, I mean, honestly, we have board meeting dates already planned, so we don't wait for.
Yeah, but that they know what we're saying.
Well, now it's
I mean, listen, it's stuff that ain't the last
Date on
one.
the
I
calendar.
think we put it on the calendar, and
I'm getting looking through, you're talking about the library, right, Joanne? So can you just announce the dates that you have for, October, November, whatever?
I would recommend October 21st, which is a Wednesday, 22nd, which is a Thursday. And if we went to the month of November, I would recommend Wednesday, November 18th, and Thursday, November 19th. And I did review the high school calendar for next year, so at this point, there's nothing that conflicts with those dates.
you got Rose or something?
That's what I was checking, that's what I was checking.
I don't know if I can see anything, but
And then we have to watch the PTA meetings.
the PTA meetings and then a lot of other events for the school. But we have 4 days to play with.
If we wait till we are, do we have time to get on the calendar?
Yes. If you wait for real, you can do this.
Still on the printed calendar.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, yeah, it goes to print mid-July.
yeah.
Okay.
You want to pick it in the,
Okay.
I would just recommend October.
Tomorrow.
You don't want to get into like next year's flu season and all that's going on, so I'd say.
So you want to select the dates that we know?
as a board.
Okay. I'll remind us and guys as we go.
That's the July meeting.
Correct.
And it's July 1st, right?
New business. Before we go into public comment, or any?
I just have a question. Have you received anything from SBT about the testing? About like rescheduling tests? Nothing?
Not a word.
They're soon, right? March?
Yeah, March, what did they, not